What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone is doing well. And first, I just want to apologize for no post-game reaction after last night's win against Brooklyn. But, you know, this little mini-series between these two teams, we got to be honest, we all knew how it was going to go. And I just didn't want to make two redundant videos, so that's that. But anyways, let's move on to the games, and as expected, the results are two Celtics wins. You could say last night's game was a little bit closer, was an 8-point victory, and tonight's game was a 50-point win for this Celtics team, and yeah, you heard that right, that's 50 points. And I got this stat courtesy of Dick Lipe. If you don't know who he is an absolute legend. He works over at NBC Sports Boston. He is their statistician and researcher. He's always dropping gems, digging through the archives, but tonight he said in 78 years of NBA basketball, there has only been 3 teams who have posted two 50-point wins in a season: the Milwaukee Bucks in the 78-79 season, Sacramento 92-93, and this year's Boston Celtics. 50-point victories are not something you stumble upon often, and most of the time when they do occur, something has to be going extremely wrong for one team while the other team is firing on 100%. But that wasn't the case tonight, and that's exactly why I walked away from this one so impressed. The Nets may have been checked out and all ready for All-Star break, but the Celtics didn't have an A+ performance. They come into this one tonight, no Al Horford, no JB, and probably gave a B-level effort throughout the game. The fact that this team was able to pull off a 50-point win down 2 of their top 6 players against a decent Nets team speaks volumes to me. For one, it shows me their sheer level of talent, and on top of that, their insane amount of margin for error, at least in the regular season. And 2, the reason for that cushion for when the starters are out, all that credit should be given to the bench. There was a lot of questions around those guys heading into the season, and even after the first couple of weeks, but they've answered the call for 90% of the season. Tonight, Peyton had 28 points, Luke had 8 points, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks, and Sam in his spot start had 14 points, 4 for 7 from 3, and 5 boards. Even got some Kata, Svi, and Walsh minutes, but 1 through 11, because I think there was only 11 guys active tonight, but they just sent this team off in such a powerful way heading into All-Star break. This team could have easily came into tonight and said, oh, we got 42 wins, we're sitting comfortably in the driver's seat of the 1 seed, being 6 games up on the Cavs, and just mailed it in. They could have had their heads in Cancun or wherever they are vacationing for All-Star break, but instead they decided to make a statement, a 50-point win, and now by far an NBA's best record of 43-12 heading into All-Star weekend. And that's where this team is at, right halfway through the season heading into All-Star break, as I just said, 43-12. So let's do a little bit of a recap, revisit some preseason expectations and what to look for going forward. Heading into the season, I projected this team to go 66-16, and that was me taking into account 20 missed games from KP. To be completely honest, I partially picked that record out of pure nostalgia, but I also believe that this team was the most talented Celtic squad since that 07-08 team who went 66-16. So far, I'd say that projection is looking decent. Both teams 55 games into their respective seasons were and are 43-12. It's going to be hard to lose only 4 more games the rest of the way, partially because of the teams that they play. They play Phoenix once, one more time with the streaking Cavs team, Milwaukee twice, this new and improved New York team 2 more times, which is strange because I'm pretty sure they matched up with them 3 times already, so I don't understand why they're playing them 5 times. Am I missing something with that? So yeah, tough part of the schedule is behind them, but they got a few talented teams sprinkled in here and there. And on top of that, I see more than 4 losses due to them being so far ahead in that 1 seed. I think we might see more rest nights for guys like KP, JB, and Drew, and of course Al. Not going to throw Tatum in there because we know it's hard to get him to rest, but what really excites me heading into the second leg of the season is we'll probably see some experimenting and some polishing of things. Joe probably wants to incorporate Xavier Tillman into the rotation, and also another thing that Joe probably wants to work on more is this zone. He can't let it go, and I don't blame him. It hasn't been the most successful defensive scheme, but I do see the need to get better at it. It's just another curveball to throw at a team come playoff time, and there has been some successful moments, so I understand it. I'm also curious to see the lifespan of this recent first quarter approach. It wasn't there so much tonight, but the previous 4 games, they just pounded the paint in that first quarter. They had those 4 straight games with 18 or more points in the paint in the first quarter alone. I'm a fan of it. This team is full of shooters, and I think these guys getting to the paint and getting some easy ones, seeing the ball go through the net helps the rhythm for the remainder of the game. And on top of that, if you continuously get to the rim, you'll collapse the defense into the paint to the point point where they probably overreact and then your shooters will be wide open. I have to try and find that stat and see if the fourth quarter 3-point shooting has been better these 4 games compared to the rest of the season. I'm going to keep it short, but if you guys want a more in-depth video over All-Star break of me recapping the first leg of the season, individual performance reviews, etc., just let me know in the comments below. It's that time to wind it down. Another Celtics win, a monstrous win at that, the final score being 136-86 against the Brooklyn Nets, and the Celtics are cruising their way to that first seed, sitting at 43-12. But I'm going to wrap it up right there. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. It's the best and easiest way to support. I'm here after every single Celtics game, all 82 plus the playoffs. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not sure when we'll talk next. If you guys want that recap breakdown video, as I said before, let me know in the comments below. If not, no worries. You'll be getting highlight videos either way. So next game is February 22nd at Chicago. Chicago Bulls. Peace.